That's why you need to be smart, right? And you need to not play for their adoration, right? It's one thing to pose as a defender when your player has the ball or when it's the end game situation, right? Or it's one thing to say I'm a defensive specialist and not really put in defensive work. But when you are playing hard, strong, smart defense play after play, that action cannot be denied. A sad reality of if you choose to be a defensive player more so than an offensive player, like if that's where you choose to put the brunt of your energy as a player, that spotlight is always going to sort of remain on offense, right? You're never really going to be able to steal away the spotlight that offensive players have, especially when you're talking about out here, outdoor, recreational basketball, because the majority of players that are out here are just sort of casual players, meaning they don't take the game all that serious, and part of that means they don't really understand the game all that deep as well. So they are always going to value offense way more than defense. That's why you need to be smart, right? And you need to not play for their adoration, right? You need to play basketball in a way that makes sense to you, that accomplish the goals that you are trying to achieve for yourself. For me, that means I want to be the best basketball player I can be. And for me, part of that definition means I want to be as well-rounded as possible. So I have as few weaknesses as possible, and those weaknesses are as unnoticeable as possible. And if you're like me and you're just sort of mediocre when it comes to offense, then feel free to put that attention on how you play defensively. If you expend yourself, from an energy standpoint, as much as you possibly can on offense, game after game, day, month, week, month, year after year, trying to be the best offensive player you can be, putting out all that energy, and at the end of the day, the reality is that you're just kind of an average offensive player. Save that energy that you're putting out on offense, right? Still be a good, decent, sufficient offensive player, but instead of going over the top energetically on offense, take a lot of that energy and start putting it on the defensive end, because now you're going to stand out defensively because you're doing something no other player out here wants to do because of how hard it is, and you're also rounding out yourself and your game as a basketball player. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, if you think it's going to help you decide, okay, how are you going to approach the game in generalities in terms of offense versus defense, then please subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know down in the comments, what do you think is more important, offense or defense, and why?